Hello, Stephan here with Liquidity, with a video about the dozens of words that exist in the German language that are related to the little English word right, the one with the GH in it.
Liquidity.
If you see a German word that has Richt or Recht in it, somewhere in it, most likely it is directly related, it is a cognate to the English word right. And those words have cognates in pretty much all other Germanic languages, and not just Germanic languages, but many other Indo-European languages. So based on that, it is quite apparent that those words, Richt, Recht, right, have Indo-European origins. These are very, very old words. It seems that the original meaning is that of moving or placing or putting something in a certain way, in a certain direction, manipulating something to serve a certain purpose so that it's serviceable. So these 5 letters, R-I-C-H-T, in German is not really a word by itself, but it's the root of many, many different words. And depending on what you put at the end and the beginning and the context also, it attains a variety of meanings, a multitude of meanings, and a lot of nuances too. This root is obviously related to the English word right, and in fact the GH used to be pronounced just like the German CH, or depending on where it is in a word. So in this video, I'm just going to give you the most common ones, the ones that I could think of, the ones that I would expect anybody learning German or being exposed to German to a various degree to really encounter, to most likely encounter. So first in German we have the very straightforward verb richten. And richten means, well, it's actually not that straightforward because it has multiple meanings. It can mean to fix, to repair something. It can also mean to judge someone in the sense of being in a position of giving judgment. It can also mean to put something in a certain direction, to align something. And a couple other meanings too, but those are the main ones. Richter, der Richter, that is a judge. Anrichten is a little bit tricky. That one almost always has a negative connotation, just as the English expression to have done something with a certain intonation. So anrichten means to prepare something, to arrange something, but in such a way to create a huge mess, basically, to make a mess of something, to really have a negative outcome. Aufrichten kind of means to put something in an upright position. So auf and up basically mean the same thing, usually, not always. And aufrichten means to place something in such a way that it gains a certain height. So aufrichten can mean to prop something up or to elevate something, possibly even to erect something, to build something in a certain way. The adjective aufrichtig means as much as honest and also dependable, somebody who you can trust. Berichten is to report, to give information to other people. And the noun der Bericht is a report. Errichten is similar to aufrichten, but it really means to build, to construct, to erect someone. And by the way, it doesn't have the same sexual connotation as the English word to erect has. But even here in the English, you actually have Latinate words, right? You have Romance words to construct, to erect. You have the ruct or rect in there, which is the Latin root, which goes back to that Indo-European, Proto-Indo-European cognate origin. Herrichten means to prepare, to spruce up, to make something look nice. Zurichten has a very negative meaning. It means to really harm someone physically or psychologically. Hinrichten has a very narrow meaning. It means to execute a person, usually as a result of a legal decision. Die Hinrichtung means the execution of a person. Der Scharfrichter is an executioner. So it's the person who executes the legal decision to put someone to death. The noun das Recht means as much as law. It can also mean justice. It can mean right, the right, the right to something. Rechts, with the S at the end, that means to the right. Die Rechtschreibung, that's a compound noun. It literally means correct writing. It means orthography or correct spelling. So Rechtschreibung is what we refer to when we're looking at the rules of writing, like how to properly spell things, orthography. Die Richtung means direction. Das Gericht, this is where it gets a little bit complicated because it has two distinct meanings. One is a court of law, not like a royal court, but a court of law. It can also mean a meal or a dish, something to eat, something really nicely prepared on a nice plate, something to eat. Then I have a couple of adjectives here. So for instance, richtig means correct. Gerecht means just, as in a just person or a just cause. And then we also have selbstgerecht, which is self-righteous. So gerecht also could mean righteous, but it doesn't translate very nicely. The English word righteous is a little bit loaded, right? If you spend enough time talking to Germans or reading German, you may also come across this word, die Vorrichtung. There's not really a precise English translation for that. It depends a little bit on the context. I guess the best way to translate it would be contraption, gadget, appliance, as in the sense of something that's being added to something already existing. So it's always something that's mechanical. Vorrichtung can be either a machine that's been built to serve a certain purpose. Maybe it also has that connotation of something that someone made themselves. It can also sort of have that meaning of something that's added to an already existing mechanical device in order to improve it or in order to enable it to do certain things. So Vorrichtung could be, for instance, something that will help me to enhance a certain tool or a certain machine or something. I hope this video was interesting, at least from a linguistic perspective, since German is a little bit different from English, even though those two languages are closely related. If you did enjoy this video, give it a like, check out my other videos. If you like this too, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already yet. Yes, you should definitely subscribe to my channel. Of course you should. Why wouldn't you? No, just kidding. Just do what works for you, right? Have a great day. Take care of yourself. Bye.